This week's episode of Dude Soup is brought to you by ExpressVPN. Protect your online privacy today at expressvpn.com/rttv. Hey everybody, welcome to the Funhaus podcast recorded Tuesday, February 23rd, 2021. I'm your host this week, Elise, and I'm joined by Jacob, Lindsay, and of course, a special guest, Armando Torres. Welcome,
Hello.
Armando.
Hello.
Hi. Oh,
Hello.
That's me.
Armando, if you're not familiar with his work, is a comedian, actor, writer, and podcaster, and he's also a co-host on the true crime comedy podcast, Cult Podcast. And he's got fantastic fucking internet. Like, the best.
Unchallenged.
That's what's known about me. I've been thinking about getting an AT&T tattoo on my neck. It's been pretty great. It's been a great couple of weeks.
As a fellow purveyor of an AT&T tattoo, undisclosed location, I can highly recommend.
Full disclosure, we are owned by a company that is owned by AT&T, so Jacob's tattoo was bought and paid for by the higher-ups. Mm-hmm. It is essentially a form of branding.
Oh.
Not a penny out of my pocket.
Sponsored by AT&T.
Yeah.
That's what it says on
That's what I'm trying. I'm trying to get that. I'm figuring that's going to act as like a signal booster. That's what they told me. You get it across your neck, and then it just like boosts it in the home.
Nice.
Yeah. You're a walking Wi-Fi spot. It's a hot spot. I want to talk more about what you do, Armando, but first I just wanted to do just a check-in with everybody. See how everyone's doing. I'm seeing a lot of glasses on the podcast today, which might indicate how much sleep everyone's gotten. Yeah, there's Dr. Strangelove. But yeah, how's everybody doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm chill. Wow, that's not that's bad.
That was the least chill I'm chill I've ever
It was
heard.
so not chill, Lindsay.
I'm sleepy. I don't know what it is. I think just like over the weekend it got skewed a little bit, and so you still like I can stay up, and I'm like I'm not tired yet, but I still gotta get up at the same damn time. So it's like beat me up. And this week is just a busy week, I think. So I'm anticipating that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Jacob, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. Also a little bit sleepy, but like, Mondays or whatever. It's Wednesday. Oh, no. I'm doing great. I've got it all together.
It's Tuesday.
Wait, it's Tuesday?
It's Tuesday.
Oh my God. Thank God you're here, Armando.
good.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. It's a nice Thursday.
Stop it.
Just loving it. I reset my sleep schedule last night. I took a bunch of melatonin and I slept for about 10 hours. And now I'm just awake and ready to destroy this Friday.
That sounds
Tomorrow.
That sounds wonderful.
What day is it?
Sounds like we're all doing great. How are you, Elise?
I'm good. I've been up since 5:30, like the rest of the sleep crew. But I'm used to that because I sleep like a psychopath all the time. However, I will say my goal for this podcast, I don't know if we'll make it, but is to get Lindsay, when you're sleep deprived and you get the delirious giggles. That's my hope.
No.
By the end of the podcast, we get Lindsay into the delirious giggles.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
So
I
everybody
can
do
get
your
behind
work.
that.
Yeah. But Armando, you are a friend of Rooster Teeth. You've been if you've seen, content across RT Core, and I think have you done stuff with Achievement Hunter too?
I have not. They're way better at video games than I am.
Oh no. I mean, that's neither here nor there. They're they're friends of ours. I'm not going to diss them, but I think it's for the best that you're moving over to collaborate with Funhaus because we have fun here, and
It's in the name.
It's in the name,
Yeah.
and you also have your own podcast, Cult Podcast, which I think when you meet somebody that has a true crime podcast, you always assume, I mean, maybe this is generalizing. It is for sure generalizing. But you think like there's there's some switch turned in that person that made them want to do a podcast like this. And would you agree or disagree with that?
I would hard agree. I think anyone with a true crime podcast is broken inside. Shouts out to Red Web. Shouts out to Black Box Down. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's that tiered structure too, right? Where it's like people who listen to true crime podcasts are like this fucked up, but the people who like make them are this fucked up. It's there. I don't know what's wrong. And it's not like I'm bragging about it. It's I don't know. You just have this crazy interest in like why, I think. And if you've ever been interested in crime in the slightest, to find out that there's so much more of it that happens that you don't know about, or that people just don't generally hear about. There's so many stories we've dived into from like, you know, the full story behind Waco is so much crazier than what most people know. But also like the story of Kellogg's Frosted Flakes comes from a cult. It's this guy who was like super anti-excitement and sex, and he invented this cereal because he thought it would stop people from jerking off. So like, yeah, John Harvey Kellogg.
I knew that. I thought it was like a doctor that thought that it would keep people from masturbating, but I didn't know that there was like a cult mentality around it.
Yeah, he ran a resort that was aimed at stopping people from having excitement in their life, because he wasn't just anti-jerking it, he was anti any type of excitement. So you would come to his resort, you would do stuff like you would take a bath for an entire week without getting out of it. They would like
so you'd be so wrinkly that even the sense
eyeballs.
of touch would just destroy, like, my skin fell off.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I don't know, trying to give a hug to a raisin. It just doesn't feel good. And one of the things that they did at this resort was he invented the cereal because it was the least exciting thing possible, cornflakes. And people loved them because they were the only good thing about this resort, where you just took a bath for a whole week and got your eyeballs massaged by like electricity. And he did a bunch of other really weird shit. He also looked like Colonel Sanders mixed with the dude from Jurassic Park. He just like wore white suits all the time and had a big ass bird on his shoulder, which is pretty fucking exciting for a guy.
Oh
I know.
Yeah.
Wait,
Anyway.
that's the man that hates fun?
Yeah, that guy hated fun. And this has gone on way too long, but his brother stole the idea, added sugar, made Kellogg's cereal, and then that's how we get the cereal.
And people have been jerking off ever since.
Yeah. I jerk off after I eat the cereal. That's how much I love it. It's very exciting.
Nothing gets somebody in the mood like some Frosted Flakes.
I bet he's rolling over in his very basic wooden casket. With absolutely no flair.
That's the pinnacle of what he wanted, just being in a box underground.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Do you know what kind of people would go to this resort? Like how? Because you were maybe a very, maybe you're a young woman of the time who's going out and partying, and your parents don't like that, so they send you to this. Is that the kind of person that was sent there, or did people willingly volunteer to go?
No, it was at the beginning of the like health food movement craze, where people realized that like if you get healthier flour or like less processed foods, you're gonna live longer and be healthier. So they just, I don't know, they capitalized on that. But again, they didn't understand it fully. So like in addition to eating non-processed flour, they were also like, what if we fucking like shocked your eyeballs and like vibrated very specific parts of your body for a really long time? And they thought that was healthy. So it was, I guess it would just be, if you're asking like who would go, it's like anyone that shops at Sprouts or Whole Foods. That's who would go to
They'd be
this
zapping
place.
their eyeballs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you say that that's your favorite cult when you look back at it?
There's so many. There's a I'm not going to dive into every one, but there is a cult in San Diego that just believes that Star Wars really happened, and that they're like part of it, and that they drive around in these lowriders that are meant to look like spaceships, and it's the coolest. Like, they're still around, and I want to go join them today, right now.
Yeah, doesn't Jacob run the LA chapter?
I was going to say,
sure
somebody
none of my
needs to
paraphernalia is out.
Yeah, someone has to get Jacob some sugar-free cornflakes, because something inappropriate's about to happen.
Somebody's at my eyeballs before people figure out what I'm really up to.
Are you familiar with this cult, Jacob?
I am now. I'm gonna have some.
They're called Unarius.
Unarius? Okay, let me make a note of that on my phone.
Is that a Star Wars thing, Jacob?
Unarius?
Yeah.
Not that I
No,
know.
also, to be fair, they think everything that ever happened in sci-fi is real. So they think that, like, Star Trek and Star Wars happen in the same universe.
all of it.
And that universe is our universe.
Jacob's like, oh, something other than Star Wars. I don't fucks with that. Not for me.
I've got very
That's not
specific
real.
needs when it comes to cult followings that I need to get into.
Wow.
Do you ever feel like you falsely classify something as a cult?
Like in real life or on the podcast?
I guess in on the podcast, like for example, this Star Wars cult. Like, is it a cult, or is it just some people that they have a weird recreation or pastime, but it's not necessarily like a cult?
We got early on in the podcast, we got sued by a group who was very adamant that they weren't a cult, and I can't say who it was. Like, legally speaking,
tell
we're
us
not.
later.
Oh my God.
Yeah, of course. And they, after that moment, we like hired a lawyer. Well, actually, we didn't hire a lawyer. There's a lawyer who fights cults, and he was like, "I heard about your show. I want to help." He's a fucking crazy person. I love him to death, but he gave us like a definition to put at the beginning of our episodes that we use to like classify what is a cult. And what's very interesting about it is if you break it down, it's not necessarily negative or positive in connotation, I guess. So we've covered groups or movements that were seen as cults but weren't, and we kind of try to make a distinction. We're like, Unarius. When we got done covering them, we were like, the worst thing that they do is they made a lot of really bad parody movies of Star Wars, and maybe the fashion was terrible, but all in all, they're pretty good. We've also covered
harmless.
like voodoo and ghost dance, which were two misunderstood, like voodoo being, you know, from New Orleans, and ghost dance being Native American practices that were completely misinterpreted. And it's like, yeah, those things aren't cults, but they're seen as it, and they also kind of fit into this like these parameters. So yes and no.
A negative stigma that goes with the word cult. Or something.
Well, it's the connotation versus like the denotation, right, of the word itself.
Yeah, exactly. You guys are
Tends
real
to have
smart.
a negative connotation. No, you're the one educating us on cults. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna listen to this podcast.
One of the episodes that I kept seeing listed as Cult Podcast's most popular episode, and blink twice if this is actually the one you can't talk about, but it was Christian Hogwarts, which right away I'm intrigued.
Yeah, we Christian Hogwarts is our it was the name that we came up with as a joke for a group called Bethel, and they're like a school that teaches you how to use the power of Jesus to heal the sick and diseased. They're like a subsect of a thing called Christian Science, which is like, you don't have to go to a doctor. You just got to pray hard enough, and God will take your
Right.
sickness away.
That I'm a big Muppet fan, and I was gonna ask you all what cult could easily woo you, and honestly, like the cult of the Muppets, the Henson, that I'm already in it, I guess. And so, you know, if somebody came to me and said, "Come live on the Henson Ranch," I'd have my go bag that I already packed under my bed just in case this ever came up, and I'd be like, "Yes, let's do it." But Jim Henson was a Christian Scientist, and when he died, he grew up and his parents were Christian Scientists, and So, it was the kind of thing where he had acne as a teenager and he wanted to take medication, and his parents were like, well, no, we don't do that. And I think he lessened a little bit in his life, but I know just from what I've read about him, if maybe he had a bit of a different mentality, maybe he would have lived through the pneumonia and staph that he got. But it's such a weird mentality to me, I guess. But I guess I just wanted to use that as talk about the Muppets. I'm sorry.
I was really afraid when you brought up the Muppets, like you're gonna be like, yeah, it turns out Kermit was a Christian Scientist, and
I guess by proxy, yes.
Yeah.
No one mentions how there was 3 Miss Piggies. They just have to keep replacing
They had to put them in the ground. But I'm so sorry. So yeah, they're Christian Scientists.
That's really it. It's like a sect of it too, where they believe that the power of being able to heal people is something you can teach people, but also they focus on a very strong Christian based education. And there's a lot of downsides to this, where one of their students, I believe it was one, it's been so, I also forget everything that I said as soon as we cut recording.
Same.
But one of their students had an asthma attack, and instead of getting him in his inhaler or calling somebody, they just laid him down on the ground and started praying over him. And he was this is not, I understand what we do, but come on, this is fucking me up. And then he died, and he died because they taught these kids that you could heal with the power of prayer, which no knock on God or prayer or anything, but if I feel like God invented an inhaler for a reason, maybe you just hand it to the guy.
Sure, right?
Yeah.
So
I feel like I've read a lot of those kinds of things on Reddit where it's so and so Florida man prays over dying body and refuses to call ambulance, and it's
that sort of pops up with COVID stuff, people who think it's not a big deal and they get it and they're like, oh God, it's real, and I'm very lucky to be alive.
Yeah. I have a friend whose dad got it, and he said he went from nobody he knew having COVID to everyone he knows having COVID. And then he took it very seriously. And I kind of think that's part of what gets people into cults, especially with things like this, is anecdotal evidence that maybe prayer and positive thinking helps somebody get out of a tough situation. If you have cancer or something, they say that praying can help because it changes how you think. But then you come face to face with somebody's dying and you're just praying over them, and then it doesn't work, and then you're forced to be okay, there's 2 options. Either A, this is made up, or B, I'm bad at this, and then you get devoted more to it. So
yeah, you got to get better at it.
It's a terrible cycle.
Well, I have to say, on an upper note, Christian Hogwarts is a brilliant name.
Thank you. They don't just focus on the sad stuff. They do focus on you can do so much with your prayer that you can change the world around you. And we were oh fuck yeah, that's what I want. I want to go there and learn their magic secrets, because if they've been open this long, they've got to know at least one Patronus spell or something.
At least one
Patronus charm.
Lindsay, if you were to be wooed by a cult, what do you think it would be?
Oh gosh. I don't know. I guess because I also am worried that one day I might lose my mind, and I have this irrational fear. Maybe it's not totally irrational, that I'm gonna just lose my mind one day, and then I'm gonna get sucked into a cult. So
I could see it.
It could happen. I'm it's one of my biggest fears of what if my mind just breaks one day, and then I start believing random shit, and I can't help it because my brain is broken. I
feel like I could get you into a cult right now if I just told you I had a religion based around sleeping right now.
Sleep. You probably could if I gave me enough proof. That's the thing. I'm a big skeptic, so I don't know.
Your life can improve if you sleep hard enough.
Jacob, do you think it's Star Wars for you?
Oh man, well, I mean, I didn't know the answer to this question until we started recording this podcast. And Armando mentioned that what were they called? Unarius group. Because that sounds like a good time. Especially if it's everything's all one universe. They don't sound like they're hurting anybody. And they drive sweet cars around that look like speeders and whatnot.
They put like cardboard spoilers on.
Most of them,
been there, done that.
Most of them look like these giant ass like UFOs. Oh my god! Everyone who's listening has to go look it up later because their leader wears these like elegant dresses that look like the solar system, but with like all these extra planets and shit.
Oh.
Yeah, how do you spell that name of that cult?
Oh man, you got me. I have no fucking name.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Maybe.
Armando, do you ever like, as you're researching the cults, think like, this one isn't so bad, I could get into this? Or is there something that
this is the one.
That's so good.
Whoa.
I love her. I love it so much. That's not like an effect either. That's like an actual outfit that she owns and wears.
It's Queen Amidala herself.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Is there
a cult that could ultimately woo you? Like when you're researching them, do you ever think that's not that bad? I could get behind that.
Oh. On like a weird serious note, there's like a lot of groups where at the very beginning you're like, I could see that. Like Jim Jones got his start basically helping very underserviced black communities in where he was from. Like all he did was he was just a white guy who would go to the like electricity company and was like, I want to set up service for the following homes, and then they let him do it because he was white. And so like at the very beginning he did a bunch of really good stuff, and it's like, I want to be in those years. And then you hear about what happened later and you're like, but maybe just those 5 years and nothing else.
And then I want to get out.
Yeah.
It's like stocks. It's like if you held on to GameStop till now, you've drank a little bit of Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
But yeah, unserious note, there's so many different groups where like they're just a bunch of fucking wild lunatics or people who've just stopped conforming to what normal society is supposed to be. There's like so many groups like Unarius where it's just they flipped a switch in their head where like, yep, the bullshit's real, and then they have so much fun. They're not hurting anybody. They're just out there believing that
that's what I'm scared of those happening to me.
I mean, they seem
scared of my switch flipping, and then I'm just like, I'm gonna go ride in my X-Wing. Bye.
Hey now.
If I could ride in an X-Wing.
I wasn't being you. Sometimes you just gotta go ride in your X-Wing.
If I could honestly and truly with my entire brain and heart believe I was riding in an X-Wing, that's the reality I want.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. That's the dream.
Yeah, at least until Disneyland opens again.
Yeah. That's a different cult.
Going on a year.
Yeah. It has been a long time. I don't expect to go to Disneyland this year. There, I said it.
Oh, I don't either.
Yeah.
I think last year we got our annual passes in February.
Oh, Jacob, you got an annual pass?
Last year, yeah, we got a few visits.
You got refunded? No.
Yeah, we did get refunded.
Oh, thank God.
Very, very recently.
And then now they don't have it anymore, right?
It's gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gone. I had 1 month left on my like Universal Pass, I think, and so I'm like, do I get that month when it opens? Because then I'll go.
You got to visit Christian Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the backstage area of the Hogwarts section.
I just go to the flight of the Gryffindor and I pray.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Take me.
It's the most traditional form of worship.
The communion of Bernie Bott's every flavor beans.
Oh no, it's earwax flavored.
The body of Christ compels you.
Oh, you got the body of Christ flavor? Man, I'm jealous.
You only get it if you're lucky.
It tastes like sweat and enlightenment.
Blasphemous.
Yeah. Well, I think on that note, we're going to hear a word from our sponsor, and then we'll be right back. 60% of the clothes that we buy end up in a landfill within a year of purchasing them. And that's because big apparel companies, Big Apparel, are constantly finding ways to cut corners and make clothing as quickly as possible, which means it doesn't last. But if we had clothing that we could wear just 50 times more, we'd reduce our CO2 emissions by 400%. That's the equivalent of carpooling with 3 friends every day. Have you ever been able to carpool with 3 friends? I carpool with James, and that's because I have to. JK, LOL. American Giant makes clothing that's durable and built to last, and also pretty comfortable, and if I have to say so myself, good looking. This is just like a simple black hoodie that I have on, but it's really comfy. And it feels like sturdy. I've never described a piece of clothing as sturdy, but I will say like this does feel like a sweater that it's quality made and it's going to last. The zipper, of all things, zippers are always breaking. This one is great. So I'm really, really happy with this and thankful for American Giant. If you're not familiar with the company, they were founded in a moment of opportunity where dissatisfaction with the way clothes are made met new technology to sell directly to people online. They're the antithesis to the mega corporations churning out cheap clothing and prioritizing profits over the people and communities and the planet. So if you like supporting, smaller businesses too, American Giant is where it's at. They are all for conscious consumers and hardworking local communities and making quality clothes that last. And right now, we're proud to offer 15% off your first order when you use promo code DUDE at AmericanGiant.com. That's American-Giant.com. So head over right now and see if there's anything that you like. That's 15% off when you use code DUDE at American-Giant.com. Thanks, American Giant. Sorry about the internet, Armando.
Sorry about the what?
The internet. I feel like...
Oh, it's okay. Do I look terrible?
No, you look great.
Yeah.
You look great. I just feel like it must be frustrating.
I'm just listening. I turned
fine.
off my video so that way I feel like I can get the full experience without being distracted by. But I'm trying to do that more in my own life because I feel like this is total tangent. I feel like looking at myself all the time is giving me like a weird complex, and I hate it. So
I agree completely. I wish
turn
there
it
was
off
a way
sometimes.
Maybe I can just cover my webcam
They're all covered with like other windows.
because I want to see.
And I
all
feel
of
like I
you.
can connect with you guys on a deeper level though when I'm just like truly listening. I'm just listening.
I covered my own perspective with a picture of the Uvarian cult leader lady in her giant dress. It brings me joy.
Jacob will marry her.
I will get that X-Wing car.
But it'll be like the kind of thing where like the Queen Elizabeth's husband isn't the King of England. He's just a duke. Like she'll be still be the queen, and you'll have some lower tier title.
I'll be the viceroy.
Yeah.
There you go.
And you'll be fine with it.
Wait, so you were
100%.
pro Trade Federation?
No. I just dig their hierarchical structure.
Man,
And their
I don't know
hats.
if I can do this show anymore.
Oh no, it was not the internet that drove Armando away. It was me.
Yeah, I like this is where Armando drew the line.
Yeah, I'm pro separatist. Wait, no, not separatist. Oh, wait, no, they were the separatists. I don't know.
Yeah, they were eventually the separatists. I really don't need to keep going into it, but I will.
Please do.
It's okay. I love Star Wars so much. I've been
Yeah.
just reading all of the lore on like Wikipedia. It's so
Oh
great.
man, I read so many articles. Like that's what in my I had a really boring job once where I was just like counting light fixtures and stuff on a computer, and in all the spare time I'd just be on Wikipedia, just absorbing some information.
And it paid off, Jacob, because you applied it at this job now.
I know, finally, my opportunities finally came.
Are we still on ad break, by the way?
No, we're not. Sorry. It just the conversation felt so natural that I was like, let's just go for it. Let's just do it.
This
Sorry.
podcast is brought to you by
that's
the Trade
fine.
Federation.
I'm just new.
Sorry, I should have specified. I was just like when Lindsay got into the whole thing about how she didn't want to see cameras. I thought, this is gold. I'm not going to stop this.
Sorry.
The train is moving 200 miles per hour, and we are just holding onto the back for dear life.
Clinging to that caboose.
That's great. That's great. All of this is actually a great advertisement for HBO Max. Do you hate talking to your friends? Come watch it.
Yeah, I mean, I actually do like HBO. Full disclosure, we do work for the company that owns HBO Max. But I do
know.
like it a lot.
I love it so much. It's got almost everything that I've ever wanted to watch on it. It's amazing.
Same.
They're not
and
even
I feel like
paying
it's getting
me.
better. It's getting better. Yeah, I guess you can talk about it. And
Yeah.
not be biased.
Yeah, it's amazing. I got it immediately as soon as it happened. But enough selling of my metaphorical
Enough
soul.
shilling.
Yeah, you don't get that
Fluffing the
tattoo yet.
max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I already got the HBO Max tattoo. It's on my butt.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to stop you guys from talking about Star Wars. If you want to talk about Star Wars, please.
Oh, that's a floodgate. I don't think you want opened.
No, yeah, because it's not even entertaining. It's just both of us being like, "Did you know this fact?" And he's like, "Yes,"
Yeah.
and also this fact.
Yeah, can we tastefully quote Newt Gunray without it sounding horrible and racist?
Okay, well, let's test it then. Jacob, or Armando, whoever would like to go first, can you present the other?
No, you don't put this one on me.
Okay, Jacob, can you present Armando with a Star Wars fact that he would then build upon with his own Star Wars fact?
Okay. Did you know that I don't even know if it's canon anymore, but did you know that Gasgano came in second place in the Boonta Eve Classic after Anakin won? The end. Hit me with something.
Ah, okay.
Silver medal, baby.
Did you know that? Oh man, what was that dog-looking dude?
That's
Dog-looking
Chewie.
No, not Chewie.
That would be Chewie that you're thinking
Anakin.
of. He was Chewbacca. They have their own planet, from what I've.
It was Harrison Ford I was thinking of.
That dog-looking guy. Call of the Wild. Harrison Ford.
No, I meant he was like the main antagonist of Anakin Skywalker on Tatooine.
Sebulba?
Sebulba, yeah. Did you know that Sebulba was later fully disqualified from the pod race when they found performance-enhancing drugs in his system?
Oh, Sebulba. It's not even a physical sport. What are you doing, bud?
Exactly. And that's also not a real fact. You know, I yield
It should
my
be. That's
Star
canon
Wars. Yes, thank you.
Isn't it? I will say, isn't it a thing though, where like you get out of a race, like a race car driver, Formula One or NASCAR, what have you, they get out of the car and their whole body hurts because they've been like using their muscles, even though you're not really doing it.
Right.
Yeah. That's why whenever I feel that way, I reach for nice, healthy death sticks.
I thought you were going to say HBO Max. He's like, I just turn it on.
Did you know the guy that offers Obi-Wan the Death Stick's name is Elon Sleazebagano?
Yeah, I did. Actually, that one I did
God.
know. And
Yeah, George Lucas is a genius.
also, just so you know, I'm not mentioning HBO Max anymore because since I did it the first 2 times, there's a thing in my brain that's just like, if you do it again, you're never gonna work in this town again.
Oh no!
No, they own you.
Yeah.
I have a fact that's unrelated to Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
If you'd like to hear it.
I don't know. I'll think about it.
Oh,
We'll loop it
okay. We'll loop it back, and you got some more Star Wars, and then we'll loop back around.
Oh, I wanted to hear
Holding
your
for
fact,
Star
Elise.
Wars. Oh, okay. Did you know that when Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone, he thought that instead of saying hello, people should say ahoy,
Like a sailor?
like a sailor.
Like a cookie salesman?
Are you just thinking of Chips Ahoy?
Boy.
Wait, is that what cookie salesmen say?
Yeah,
Ahoy there.
Wait.
Would you perchance wish to purchase a cookie?
Ahoy is just
okay.
hello, but does it mean something different?
It's hello for the sea. Okay,
Hello
but
for the sea. What does it have to do with phones?
I don't know. Maybe the great distance across which you speak with each other. It's like calling from ship to ship. Ahoy there!
You're right. You might be right.
yeah.
I might actually
Yeah.
adopt
I
that.
do
want
want to double back though.
Anybody.
When you said when you brought up when you're saying like cookie salesman, you made it a real thing. Other than Girl Scouts, who is a cookie salesman selling to?
Well,
The general public.
why would a cookie salesman
Do
be
you think they
selling
just
to
go
Girl
door to
Scouts?
door with? No, not he's not. Girl Scouts are cookie salesmen. I've heard them say ahoy, but that's just because they have a sense of childlike wonder.
Have
like
you,
Alexander
Armando?
Graham Bell.
Have you really heard that?
He's like just walking into the Ralphs and a little girl. Ahoy!
Ahoy.
You want some do-si-dos? What?
If anyone selling anything approached me and said ahoy, I'd buy all of it. Every one of whatever they were selling me.
It just tells that this person's serious. They mean business, and they're ready to set sail.
They've very clearly just come from port, and I'd like to see their wares.
The person on the phone goes, ahoy, do you want a second subscription of HBO Max? And you're like, yeah! Okay, so moving on.
other than purchasing another subscription to the amazing HBO Max, which we all tremendously love outside of our work relationship, other than that, I feel like if any person ever called me and started a conversation with ahoy, I'd just be like, nah, and just hang up immediately. First, I don't care what you say.
I'd be so into it. I would be so into it. I'd be so
Really?
fucking jealous. I'd be so fucking jealous that I hadn't made that my thing first. That I answer the phone and say ahoy.
Who do you call on the phone? Who does anybody call on the phone? Go. I want to hear.
My mom.
Yeah, my
and
parents.
she goes, yeah.
Parents.
Yeah.
But she already knows it's me.
That's
My
pretty
cookie
much-
dealer.
You ain't got no cookie dealer.
And they say it to you first.
Falsification of information. How old's this cookie dealer?
Yeah. I hit him up.
How old is this? Yeah.
I hit him up.
She's a Girl
And I go,
Scout.
hey, I need an eighth of Oreos. And then a 7-year-old comes to the closest Ralph's and I buy them.
It has to be a Ralph's.
Yeah. Ahoy.
I'm learning
gonna do
that. The use of ahoy in sailing, it saved the word from falling into obscurity, which it was going to do. And then I feel like Alexander Graham Bell was trying to get it to come back, and he was trying to solidify it into the common lexicon. But now I'm seeing that hello was suggested by Thomas Edison, which makes so much sense. Because he probably strong-armed people into saying hello. Because we all know Edison.
Edison was a
bully.
real dick 'em up.
Yeah. He said that to Alexander Graham Bell, and he was zapping another elephant.
Yeah. Wait, what are you? What?
Oh
You
wait,
don't know about that?
yeah, he would electrocute elephants.
To show how harmful
Edison?
Nikolai Tesla's electricity was. He was like, I'll kill this fucking elephant.
He might have been
All
in
I-
league with Kellogg trying to relax that elephant, but he was doing it wrong.
All I know, I
Yeah.
just know from the Prestige.
Killed Topsy.
Yeah, from the Prestige.
That's all I know about that moment in history. Wait, so he would like zap the elephants, but couldn't? Why elephants?
Because if it can kill an elephant, it can kill you. He was trying to show how harmful the other
see.
electricity was, because it
Yeah,
wasn't
by
his own
killing
particular
something.
brand. Yeah, it's like when you go to a Ralph's and a Girl Scout kills like a dog, and they're like, "That dog ate Oreos. Buy our cookies, you
Yeah.
piece of shit."
This is Oreo's fault.
This is Oreos. I need to stop mentioning
Jesus.
brands on stuff.
It's like you're trying to get free stuff, but in the worst way I've ever possibly seen.
I'm gonna get a package from Oreo, and they're just gonna be like, "If we've given you a lifetime subscription to Oreo magazine, I don't know what they would give me, but we're giving you a lifetime supply of Oreos if you keep our name out your fucking mouth, if you never mention us again."
Oh man, I'd badmouth way more things if they like bribe you with treats for keeping your mouth shut.
Has COVID?
If you keep your mouth stuffed.
Oh, someone's gonna find your body, and every orifice just filled with cream. And I mean that to be Oreo.
It looks
cream.
like.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
That's fine if it's a little of both, I guess.
Both what? What's the other
Both
both?
types of the other cream.
Heavy cream.
Heavy cream.
Heavy cream.
Whipped cream,
Whipping
probably.
cream.
Yeah.
Of course.
Has COVID hurt the Girl Scout cookie trade?
Oh yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't even know what time of year it normally is.
Is there a cookie
What time
I
is
season?
never know. I thought they sold them all the time.
Let me Google
I
it.
wish.
Do they only sell it?
See, when do Girl Scouts sell
I'm looking it up.
cookies?
We're all just so curious right now.
2021 cookie program scheduled to run January 22nd to March 21st. But I thought, I thought they sold them all the time too.
There's still time.
No,
That's
they
we're in that
don't.
window.
Limited time.
I gotta
Girl
go.
Scout cookie season. January between January and April.
Just call out your window.
So
Ahoy!
they probably
Ahoy,
weren't
Girl
affected
Scouts!
too severely last year, and by this time this year, they're like so far into maybe doing things in a social distance way of like you have to order them and like get them delivered through like Girl Scout cookie eats. They're riding bicycles.
Shoot them out of a
little
t-shirt
things
cannon.
in
Yeah.
There are 4 ways to buy cookies. I'm looking at the
They
site right now. Oh, sorry, Armando. What were you going to say?
No, I was just gonna say that I've seen a lot of posts go viral of like famous celebrities who have like a niece or something, and it seems like the market is capitalized by like fucking like Lin-Manuel Miranda's niece who's a Girl Scout or something. Like it's all about who you know now.
Damn nepotism.
She doesn't need to sell fucking cookies.
No,
Where does
she's
she
got
sell
that
them? In the
Hamilton
Heights?
money.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Sorry, I was just looking at the 4 ways to buy cookies. You ask a Girl Scout. Support a Girl Scout in your life by buying cookies from them directly. Don't know any Girl Scouts? Ask your social media or personal network.
Okay.
2 is
Wait.
a cookie find. Sorry, go ahead.
Wait, that was
Ask
one?
them- that was. Wait, yeah, I guess.
It was the first method was you fucking idiot. There's this Girl Scout standing in front of you. Ask her for cookies. That was method number 1.
And then they told number 2 was if you don't know a Girl Scout, ask social media to connect you. And my question is
That was like how many Girl Scouts?
my
you're
question is, do you
following?
just go on Twitter? Do you just go on
somebody
Twitter and
find
you're
me a
like,
Girl
need to find a
Scout?"
Girl Scout ASAP? Anyone know any Girl Scouts?
That was like 1B. Number 2 is Cookie Finder. Enter your zip code into the GSUSA Cookie Finder, which I want GSA USA Cookie Finder to be my new social handle. So that's how you have them shipped directly to you or donated to Operation Cookie, which I'm not familiar with Operation Cookie.
Here it says you can
that's
also
where they
text
turn
cookies
into weapons.
to a number.
Wait, what?
Always on your
Wait,
cell,
if I
but not
just
a fan of
text-
taps. Text cookies to 59618, the perfect way to access cookies at your fingertips.
Oh, I thought you meant I could text cookies to any number, because I just texted cookies to Blaine Gibson and he's very upset about it.
And there he is. How about that?
He loves cookies. He sent my husband James cookies before because they're good friends and he knows that James loves cookies. So he's sent him cookies.
Good man.
Which is really
What a
sweet.
cookie pal.
I
He
like
spent
when
all
men
of-
do sweet things for each other.
He spent all of
Texting
yesterday texting me about how if we were to fight in a Thunderdome style death match, how he thinks he could beat me.
Oh my god.
To be fair, this wasn't bullying. I was also arguing that I would defeat him. Like it wasn't like
This kind of feels like an Edison Bell situation.
Yeah. This feels
Ryan
like a
cookies.
Anakin Sebulba situation.
Cookies. It's not focusing, but it says cookies. I'm texting it to them.
I believe.
I'll let you know what happens.
Okay.
Number 3, door hangers, delivery or shipping. Local Girl Scouts are distributing physical order forms. So this is just you find it hanging on your door. You order the cookies.
This whole situation
Oh, no.
makes Girl Scouts
I don't want
sound
them
like
to know where I live.
like a spy network that are just operating
Yeah.
in secret all over the country.
It's all part of
Nobody
Operation
has responded
Cookie.
yet.
Not yet. You won't get
Shouldn't
a
they've
response.
already
You'll just get
responded by
cookies.
now?
You would think it would be an immediate bounce back. Like, yeah, we got your cookies.
Yeah, stand by.
Nothing.
Cookies inbound.
Anyways.
Blaine just
I'm
sent
a-
3 question marks.
About the cookies?
Yeah, I just texted him cookies, and he sent me 3 question marks.
Interesting.
Thinks he's gonna
Interesting.
get some.
Say, do you have Girl Scout cookies?
You have to say ahoy
Just
first.
proceed forward.
Just say wrong number.
Oh wait, yeah. Ahoy! Do you know? No. Wait, hold
Do you
on.
know any
Ahoy!
Girl
How many Girl Scouts do you know?
Yeah.
How many
Everybody knows Girl
Scouts
Scouts.
do you know?
This is about to blow your mind, and we are on the precipice of greatness here. Cookie Connector, starting March 1st. So we're going to be one of the first channels to break this story. Starting March 1st, check back here for our Cookie Connector tool to get free contactless delivery. Enter your zip code to get cookies delivered to your door by a local Girl Scout and their trusted adult.
Oh, they're pet
Girl
adults.
Scouts, she's going to show
So
up at
I
your door
know.
with her keeper.
I'm getting Girl Scout cookies delivered by an adult who then forces their child to take it to my door. That's what's happening.
That is correct.
I love the way they phrased it, though.
Yeah.
They're
And their
trusted
trusted
adult.
adult.
Yeah.
Wow, I can go to the drive-through booth at a Chick-fil-A in Simi Valley and get my cookies.
Oh boy.
What?
They just show me the nearest cookies. Anyways,
We have
Elise,
to look. Sorry. Is that what you saying?
no, I was just say carry us through to if you're trying to get us out of Cookie Town, take us. To the
Oh,
next
no.
place.
I don't want to actually, Lindsay, I wanted to hear more about that. But first, a word from the rest of our sponsors. If you have multiple credit cards and you know that tracking multiple balances, due dates, and website logins can be stressful, money's already stressful sometimes. So why make it harder for yourself? That's why Upstart makes things simple with one monthly payment in one place. Upstart is the fast and easy way to get a personal loan to pay off your debt all online. Whether it's paying off credit cards, consolidating high-interest debt, or funding personal expenses. Wink, wink, maybe a little something for Elise, maybe James doesn't have to know. He will. I'll tell him about it. He doesn't care. Over 500,000 people have used Upstart to get a simple fixed monthly payment. Upstart finds smarter rates with trusted partners because they assess more than just your credit score. With a 5-minute online rate check, you can see your rate upfront for loans from $1,000 to $50,000. You can get approved the same day and receive funds as fast as one business day. If debt is taking over your life, it's time to get a fresh start with Upstart. That's a catchy slogan because of the twice use of start. Fresh start, Upstart. I'm all for it. Find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payments today when you go to upstart.com/dudesoup. That's upstart.com/dudesoup. And please don't forget to use our URL to let them know Funhaus sent you. Okay, we appreciate it. And just so you know, loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. So be wary of that. Go to upstart.com/dudesoup. Thanks, Upstart. This video is sponsored by Squarespace. From websites and online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence and run your business. I've used Squarespace in the past, and it's super easy to use to link all sites to your account that you might be working on. It's also a really intuitive interface, which for me, if you don't know a lot about web design, is great. You can use video blocks easily to present videos from YouTube, link stuff that you have on Vimeo. You can add image overlays to your videos, in your own custom thumbnails. It's really, really cool. You can connect all your social media accounts, so display your social profiles on your website so people can easily find you and push website content to your social media channels so it can be shared. And you can also have multiple contributors. So if you have a website that you've got with a bunch of friends or collaborators, you can all get in on that and easily manage and use it. There's a ton of other great features like traffic overview, so you can see where your traffic's coming from. And of course, all the content that you put on Squarespace and on your site is owned by you And they offer one-click data portability if you need to move things around. So I can't recommend it enough. It's a great place to build your own little slice online, Squarespace. And right now, if you head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/dudesoup. You can save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com/dudesoup. Thank you, Squarespace. Lindsay, tell me more about this drive-thru.
There's a cookie drive-thru, a Girl Scout troop cookie, and a Simi Valley Chick-fil-A.
I have to go to Simi Valley.
Yeah, I'm not going there. I'm going to order them online and pay the
also
extra money to have them shipped to my house.
Yeah, I'm
Sorry,
gonna
go
do
ahead.
that too. Is it okay to support the Chick-fil-A if I'm only getting the Girl Scout cookies?
You're going to have to ask
Are they just
James
a middleman?
because,
I
he
don't
refuses.
know. I refuse to. I haven't eaten at Chick-fil-A in 7 years.
I haven't.
I go with my gay friends, and if they're like down, then we're good.
Nice.
I go with my straight friends, and if they're down, they're not my friends anymore.
It's a test.
You ask them. Like you say, you guys want to go to Chick-fil-A?
And what's worse is I'm the one who really presses it too. I'm like, we're going to Chick-fil-A. They're like, no, I don't want to. And I'm like, we're going. And if they still order,
You're like,
we're not
I'm
friends
depressed. I really could use the company.
Yeah.
And then you get there and then you say, gotcha, bitch.
Yeah, they finally reply that they're ready to go, and you just never respond.
Yeah.
They never hear from you again.
Wow.
anymore. Yeah.
They have failed.
I'm literally ordering Girl Scout cookies.
Which ones do you get?
Yeah, what you getting?
Okay, I got 2 boxes of Thin Mints
Sick. Yeah.
because you have to order at least 4 to get the delivery. Otherwise, I would never order 4 boxes of Girl Scout cookies. It's fucking
You're only
So I got
doing it because you have to.
yeah. 2 Thin Mints. 2
Is there a maximum
Samoas.
amount? Can I order more?
I think you can order as many as you want.
Yeah, they're gonna cut you
I'm gonna
off
put
at any
this to the
point.
test.
And 1 box of tagalongs because fun peanut butter crunch time.
I'm
Lindsay,
pretty sure
That's what
if
I'm
we
ordering.
order it after the ad break, this counts as a business expense and you can write it off on your taxes. I'm pretty sure. I'm not an accountant, but I'm pretty sure. As long as you make a
gonna-
good enough joke about it.
I just
Add
want
a
to point out,
company
Lindsay,
card.
it's February 23rd. There are 5 days left in this month.
Yeah.
Which on March 1st, the cookie connector is birthed into life.
Okay.
There's some little Girl
Oh.
Scout who's suited up
Oh,
in her
no.
uniform, and she's so excited to deliver cookies.
Oh
And
no.
you're depriving her of that. What's up?
I looked up cookies delivery and my phone was like, "Did you mean cookies dispensary?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'd like to dispense some cookies." And then it's something else. I'm just gonna say that it is not Girl Scout friendly. If you're a Girl Scout out there, log off.
Yeah.
Don't
You're
look up.
listening to the
Yeah.
podcast.
Contact your local Girl Scout and their trusted adult. Tell them to stay away
Yeah.
from that cookie dispenser.
And if they're although I feel like if a trusted adult did go to a cookie dispensary, they would order a lot more cookies.
I think I'm gonna do the cookie connector and get the personalized delivery.
I want to do it too. I
Nice.
just don't like that they make it sound like a Tinder-esque
sounds
dating app
so
for
creepy.
cookies.
It sounds really creepy.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of curious.
Like
Hey,
you
you're gonna
only
have to swipe on what cookies you like.
you only match with people who like Samoas too.
Good.
Well, I'm glad we got to the bottom of that. One other thing I just wanted to talk about. I still haven't gotten Lindsay giggling. I feel like maybe she was close to it during the Girl Scout discussion.
I got a little hype on the Girl Scout cookies. Yeah.
She got a little hype. Well, this is definitely not going to get her hyper. And that's time for one for now, one for later, where we talk about a game that we're playing now and enjoying, and then one in the near future that we're looking forward to. Does anybody want to kick it off? I can, but if anybody wants to.
Do it. Fire that
Okay.
that starting gun.
I've been playing Little Nightmares 2. Just came out a couple weeks ago. And it's excellent. I think it improves on the merit of the first one and does some fun, interesting, macabre things that are really cute and creepy, which is a combo that I really appreciate about this game. The long neck woman is brilliant.
Oh, so
Between
so
that and
hot.
Hill House, we're getting some hot long neck woman action. Appreciate it. And the game I'm looking forward to comes out pretty soon. I'm seeing more hype around the internet for it since it's upcoming. Is It Takes Two on March 26th from, I always forget the name of the studio, but Joseph Perez, who you might remember from, he did A Way Out and Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons.
Oh.
It's his upcoming game where you play, I think you play as a couple that's been transformed into these weird little creatures, and you have to try to do things to get back to your normal human form.
That sounds awesome.
But yeah, those local co-op games that are inventive and fun and have a good story are always kind of rare. So
I think
I'm
the
looking
first time
forward
I
to that.
played Brothers was with somebody. We were just holding each half of the controller and playing it that
Really?
way. Yeah.
So I have been making Lindsay play it behind closed doors, and
Oh yeah.
I really don't know if she likes it or not.
Well, it's like you play it. You have to do it with both, and you're controlling them. And if they get flipped, then it's like you're telling them to both go this way, but then they're both going that way, and it's like a total mind fuck.
Oh,
But it's fun.
What a
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
We're enjoying the story.
It may not hold up as well. I don't know.
It's been a while since I played it.
Yeah.
I just remember I remember it fondly though. That sounds cool. I didn't know there was another game from that guy coming out. I'll have
Jacob,
to
what do you
investigate.
got?
Let's see. I've been playing. What have I? I'll just like Destiny's there. It's the bottom layer of. It's always there. It's always
The
present.
Jacob
So
cake.
I'll mention something else because that's a given. Because I've been playing Bloodborne for the first time. Never played Bloodborne before because I never had a PlayStation. And I love it. It's so fun. I'm having such a good time with it.
Oh wow.
What am I looking forward to?
So have you not?
I
you
don't really
played
know
Sekiro on PC though, right?
Is Sekiro
You played that on PC, right?
Sekiro, the first time I played it was on Xbox, but I think I played it on PC like for a video a little while ago. Yeah, but Bloodborne is the only just like From Software game that I haven't played until now. But I'm looking forward to that Monster Hunter Rise coming out on the Switch. I only played Monster Hunter World out of all the other Monster Hunters, and I really like that one. So one I could play in bed sounds great.
Turn on, light some candles.
Yeah, fall
And,
asleep, drop it on my teeth.
Get your cookies delivered.
Yeah.
Straight to me. I'm not even gonna have to move. But yeah, I don't really know what else is coming out, but that's the only thing that comes to mind.
You
Armando,
made me realize how close we are to just becoming the humans from WALL-E. Like
Yes.
actually becoming them.
I think about that a lot.
I didn't think about it until right now, but they are technically socially distancing too.
Yeah, well, and then the last year sort of like just amplified it exponentially, put us on the fast track, right?
Yeah,
So
expeditiously.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Me, a game that I'm really enjoying right now a lot is Cyberpunk 2077. I'm an outlier in that apparently, and a game that I'm really looking forward to in the future is Cyberpunk 2077. Whenever they fix it. I invest in games that are bad all the time. I bought Dead Island when I was in
man.
I pre-ordered it.
I mean, the
When I was
trailer
in-
was so good.
Trailer was so
Sad.
good. I had a Game Informer magazine with an article about Dead Island, and I read it every single day before school because I was in middle school? I was in middle school, and I read that article. Same words. They never changed because that's how magazines work. I don't know if you knew, but I would read it, and then I saved up enough money to pre-order the game, and I walked to GameStop, and then I walked home, and I put it in, and I played it, and it was the worst fucking game I've ever played in my life. I bought
Aw.
No Man's Sky when it came out. I bought what else? What other terrible decisions have I made? I bought AMC stock like a week ago.
Oh man.
Yeah,
basically-
so I regularly.
Oh, I was gonna say, so basically don't buy, like, don't buy any game that Armando buys.
No, don't buy anything that I ever buy, ever.
I was a late bloomer on No Man's Sky. I think it actually got a new update that I'm actually really excited for.
It's an amazing game now.
Yeah, I love it. It's one of my favorites.
I do play No Man's Sky all the time. And what hurt the most was that I bought it and it was like $60 or something. And then I sold it to GameStop and they gave me like $20. And then I bought it again from GameStop for like $7. So, it's, but now it's up. I mean, I could sell this game now for what, like $30? So maybe it's a profit. I don't know.
Can I just say, it's funny that you mentioned Dead Island because recently people started, Dead Island 2 got formally announced in 2014.
Oh, yeah.
And recently everyone did the check-in where they're like, what's happening with Dead Island 2? Are they officially canceling that or what? But apparently it's still in development.
Oh, my God.
They've said the trailer's not as good.
Is that the one with the jogging guy?
It's still being made. Yes, and then he turns into a zombie. Spoiler alert: he turns into a zombie.
It will have nothing to do with the actual game, as history tells us.
No, Dying Light 2 is something I'm pretty excited for. Also,
Dying Light was awesome. I was really excited for that second one, but then it just got delayed indefinitely.
Oh no!
I think so.
Yeah, it just didn't it? Like today or something, right?
Was it today? Oh my God, I thought it got delayed before.
Oh no. Bloodlines Vampire Masquerade got delayed indefinitely today, I think.
Oh. Shit.
Yeah,
all right. Well, don't invest in games I like.
That's a curse.
Lindsay, you said that you had kind of cooled on Rust a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we had a moment in time in Rust and we were having a really good time. But I feel like because we're playing on a private server, we sort of did what you can do. And then Valheim sort of became a big thing. And so I feel like it was split time. And so, but I didn't really get into Valheim when they started playing it.
At the Val time.
Yeah. I didn't get at the Val time. The Mal time.
I'm sorry. That was really good.
So stupid. Sorry.
So I haven't really played anything in like a week. But you know what I do? I spend all my time watching GTA RP on Twitch.
Oh yeah, you mentioned.
Oh yeah.
That.
And that's a thing that I'm into right now. So that's what I do in my evenings. I put it on when I'm cooking dinner or when I'm like folding laundry or taking a bath.
You said you were going to mention some Rust thing to me.
I was going to mention some Rust thing to you.
Yeah. But you held off because you were going to say it on the podcast.
Oh, it wasn't a Rust thing. When I start to fall out of a game, I go through the process of like, oh, do I want to play that? No. Do I want to try Valheim with them? No. Or whatever the game is. Do I want to play WoW? Should I open WoW? God, no, I really don't want to do that right now. And then I'll come to a game eventually and I'll be like, oh, this could be fun. And I was like, maybe it's just time to open up a Minecraft world again. I don't know.
I always enjoyed our Minecraft servers every time.
Just freshen up with a new mod pack. I don't know.
You can go to Disneyland in Minecraft.
We can Ryan will make us Disneyland in Minecraft.
There's one that exists. Yeah. James has been to it. It's pretty wild.
I always love when people make like worlds in Minecraft. Like the Lord of the Rings one was always my favorite. They just made the entirety of Middle Earth.
That's so fucking cool.
I just want to do our own world where it's like me and whoever wants to play like out of like friend group and then do the really dumb shit that like is like wiring and stuff in Minecraft, like making automated farms and stuff. Yeah. And it's like, I'm the kind of person who thinks that's a good time.
It honestly just sounds like you want to play Farmville on like Facebook.
Oh, in 2009, yeah, I definitely played Farmville.
Oh.
But, that was, 11 years ago. Oh my God.
Lindsay, if someone invited you to guest on their GTA RP, would you do it? Would you be interested?
Well, what do you mean guest on their GTA RP?
Like you're watching people RP in GTA, right?
Oh yeah, but people that I watch, they all play on like a server, like that's for them. Like, it's like private. You have to get in.
That's what I'm saying is like they would invite you as a guest and be like, Lindsay, join us.
Oh, they wouldn't because there's like 20,000 people who want to play on that server. So I would play like I think that we should just have some fun, do a different GTA style. Maybe we can get. I know you guys did it before, and that was hilarious. That was like I always tell them. I said that was like one of my favorite things that I watched you guys do. But no, there's tons of like places that you can just go online and shoot the shit and do RP on different kinds of servers in Rust, even in Rust, in Ark, in GTA. There's like people,
I would love to RP.
Who do serious roleplay.
Yeah, I do.
They're like, I'm a dinosaur man. I don't know.
I'm a local dinosaur Girl Scout.
I've been doing a role play in a GTA server for the past what's it been, like 3 years, where I just I'm a Cluckenbell employee, so I just go in.
Are you really?
Clock in. Yeah, I just stay there. I stand behind the desk. No, this is real. When have first of all, when have I ever told a joke? And secondly,
with us.
if no
Oh, Jacob.
if no one's gonna man the Cluckenbell,
who's gonna do it?
No one's gonna do it. Yeah, so I do it. I don't interact with any of the other characters unless they come in, and then I do.
What menu items are at the Cluckenbell?
It's been fun. There's a number 7. There's a number 9. I can't remember the rest of Big Smoke's order.
Do you ever get chewed out by customers?
Yeah, a lot. And they all sound like celebrities saying the same 8 voice cues back to back. But yeah, they're always everyone. The worst part is people coming in, they're just like, there's a bullet in my sandwich. And it's like, well, yeah, because I had to shoot a guy. Maybe if there was less guys to shoot, there'd be less bullets in your sandwich.
Sounds like you need a new job.
Yeah.
You've been doing this for 3 years. It's wearing
That's
on
fair.
you.
I've been applying to the Minecraft Disneyland for so long, and they haven't gotten back to me.
Lindsay, I feel like this is a
apply?
tale of warning. This is a tale of warning, Lindsay.
I have to apply, yeah, to become an employee. They don't just hire you.
At Minecraft Disneyland?
Become a Minecraft cast member.
Lindsay,
Yes.
do you know who has his own...
Yeah.
He has his own... What's it called? It's like the... funnel cake. You know, has his own funnel cake stand at Minecraft Disney World is Jack Patillo.
Really?
What?
At least I think it's a funnel cake stand. He's got some kind of stand.
I like funnel cake.
That's how. So you should hit up Jack because that's how we were able to tour Minecraft Disney World was through Jack. He's got connections.
That's awesome.
All right.
If he's willing to be a reference so that I can be a ride operator at Minecraft Disney World, I would be much obliged.
I'll ask for a +1. I'll ask for a +1.
What's in it for
Yeah.
Jack? You know, that's what we have to ask first. What's in it for Jack?
I can hook him up if he ever comes to Cluckenbell.
He gets a new
Jack,
coworker
bro,
at Disneyland.
If you're ever in Los Santos, bro, come to the Cluckenbell on 36th and A. I got you, fam.
you get a free drink.
36th and A.
Free drink.
And there you have it. There you have it, Jack. If you're watching, I know you are. Armando, thank you so much for joining us today. You're delightful and so funny, and it was a pleasure. And I hope you'll come back.
Yeah.
Can I get a number 7?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Anytime.
Where can, aside from Cult Podcast, which I'm sure is on all podcast platforms, where can people find more of you and your gaming and other comedy that you do?
Yeah, Cult Podcast is on all the platforms and also, funny enough, on roosterteeth.com and the app. I don't know why I said it like that, and I hope they don't revoke the privileges for this terrible plug, but that's a really fun place to go. You can find me on social media at Mondo Does Stuff pretty much anywhere. I'm also starting my own Twitch channel on Friday, March 5th, where we're going to do a bunch of mostly riff-based gaming. So we're going to do like Jackbox, some Among Us with CrewLink on. We're planning a couple of game show / talk show things that are very interesting to say the least. I'm it's not, no, if this sounds like I'm throwing shade to anyone, but I'm not. But I've thrown a lot of time and money and effort into making this Twitch channel, and putting in.
Sounds like you're putting down an iron fist.
Yeah, all other Twitch channels are ass compared to this one. No, there's like sets. We're building like sets and stuff. I don't know. It's very stupid, and it's also way too late. Thank you. It's
too late to back
fun.
out.
I'd love to have y'all on it. It's great. I really backed out of this plug.
No, I would love to come kill the vibe. Just let me know.
Oh, you would all do
everybody.
great. We're planning a show with me and Jacob where it's not funny at all. We just talk about Star Wars lore.
Great show for us.
Yeah, it's not entertaining. It's not funny. There's no jokes. If you make a joke, you're kicked off the air forever.
Yeah. Can
It's
you
just us
consider
discussing Star Wars
Obi-Wan
lore.
Anakin's trusted adult?
Was that a fucking joke?
No, it was a real question. If Anakin were a Girl
Doesn't bode well
Scout.
for the channel. Does not bode well for the channel.
We'll talk about this later, man.
All right, fine. We'll hash it out. We got a lot to figure out still.
I can't look you in the pixelated eye.
Armando, what is
How
the
about
Twitch
now?
channel? So when people
Yeah.
March 5th
You. It's twitch.tv/Mondo Does Stuff. I'm on the internet everywhere at Mondo Does Stuff. MANDO Does Stuff. It used to be my name, and then The Mandalorian came out, and that pretty much ruined it for me. So now everyone thinks my name's like a fun Mandalorian reference. But it's not. It's just my name.
use
It's just
it,
what my
I
mom
guess.
called me.
Oh,
Yeah.
use it if you can. Thank you so much again, and hopefully we'll see you back if you're into it. Love to have you.
I'd love to come back. I'd love to drop by and say ahoy anytime.
So many callbacks.
ahoy!
Well, thank you everyone for watching. Thanks Jacob and Lindsay for hanging out,
Thanks, guys.
and thank you to our TD Cody who brought up that picture of that woman in the planet dress.
My queen.
Yes. Thank you, Cody.
And have a wonderful week and weekend, everyone, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.